And man, you are what makes us tick, and every single day. And when he says it's a G thing, I know he knows it's about being governor. It's exactly right. I want you to look around for a second, just for a second. Just bear with me. Just look around at each other. Look at this. This looks like Alabama. Yeah. This looks like Alabama. This is who we are. I have, in the past 13 months, I have traveled this state. I've been to cities whose buildings reach towards the skies. I've been to towns that are not much more than a post office and a gas station. I have talked to people. I've talked to all kinds of people. I've talked to people that have just come to this state. And I've talked to people who have lived here proudly for many, many generations. And as I talk to people across this state, what they want are ideas and not ideologues. What they want are not sound bites, they want solutions. And what they really want to see are results and not rhetoric. The people of this state, whether you're from Bayou La Battery or you're from Sand Mountain, what they want is a governor with energy, a governor with vision, a governor with integrity. And to ladies and gentlemen here tonight, I believe I am going to be that governor for the state of Alabama. And Representative Hall needs some help down there in the legislation. Now, Alabama, as Amy alluded to earlier, we are at or near the bottom in everything that matters. But that's a challenge this governor is going to confront. And together we're going to believe again in Alabama's leadership. Together, we are going to make ballot access a real opportunity in the state of Alabama. We want to have early voting. We want to have automatic registration. And let me just say this. You can't call yourself a patriot if you're scared of democracy. We together, we are going to rebuild our bridges and we are going to repave our roads. Together, we're finally going to address the moral shame that is the Alabama Department of Mental Health. And together, we are finally going to reform the Department of Corrections to make it safer. Together, we are actually going to have a school safety plan that will make our students safer. And I can promise you this, we will never be arming teachers or principals in our school as long as I'm your governor. Together, we are going to expand Medicaid on day one. And together we are going to pass the Alabama Education Lottery Plan. Together, we can finally confront the challenges that have for decades festered for way too long in Montgomery. Together, we can finally be who we are, who I know we can be. After the tornado of April 27th in Tuscaloosa that destroyed 12.5% of our city, the day after I was in the Rosedale community where we had already lost 5 people. It was gone. I mean, totally gone. And I was talking to a family who had lost everything, literally everything. And to the east of me, I began to see this crowd run to a debris pile higher than this ceiling. And as I'm running to this debris pile, I can't get there in time. You can just see people clawing through it with no protective gear. And I asked, what's going on? And the officer with me said, Mayor, they think they have found that girl that's been missing. And as I sat and watched this incredible scene of humanity, it hit me about who was coming to our aid. It was white people and black people. It was young and old. It was Christian and non-Christian. We didn't care about party. We didn't care about race. We didn't care about socioeconomic status. All we cared about was finding that little girl if she was in that debris pile. That's all we cared about. We were truly the images of God when it mattered the most. I will never, as your governor, divide you. I will never, as your governor, use rhetoric not to solve problems or try to blame somebody else when it doesn't go just right. And as your governor, that moment will always live with me. Every single day when I wake up, I will never forget that moment when I saw who we could be when it mattered the most. This is our moment, Alabama. This maybe doesn't have the drama and the emotion and the raw effect of a tornado destroying your city. But it still has that moment where we have to decide who we are and what we can be. I firmly believe that as we did on April 27, 2011, we on November 6th are going to rise to that moment. Are you with me, Madison County? We're going to rise to that moment. I want to leave you with a lesson I learned when I think I was 15 or 16 years old. It was on the football field. A long time ago, I was very fortunate. Football got me through college. Football got me through college. But I learned a lesson in high school that mattered to me the most, that's been imprinted on my mind ever since that moment. I was in 9th grade. I was going for the varsity. And the coach put me in against two guys that ultimately played for LSU and ultimately went into the NFL. I mean, they were big and they were huge. And one of them, Harold, I still see at the gym from time to time. And I get put in and I'm scared to death. I mean, I'm absolutely terrified. And the first play of the scrimmage, they blow me off the ball. I mean, it was like I had roller skates on and they were just pushing me backwards. I fall down, I start trying to claw to get up, and Coach Reed, God rest his soul, Coach Reed grabs me by the back of my shoulder pads and starts shaking me and says, "Maddox, you need to know this. If you're going to F up," I won't say it. I got another one too. "If you're going to F up, you need to do it wide A open." I'll let you fill in the blanks. For the next 5 days, you know what I need out of each and every one of you? I need you wide A open. We need you knocking on doors. We need you making telephone calls. We need you to make certain that everybody that we can touch, we have touched them, and get them to the polls on November 6th. This is about the health care in this state. This is about the future of public education. This is about whether we can recruit jobs to Alabama. This is about whether every citizen of this state has a real and genuine, authentic opportunity at the American dream. This is our moment to rise. This is our moment to draw the line in the sand. This is our moment as Alabamians to show the rest of the nation we're ready to take our turn as a new South state. So to the ladies and gentlemen here in Huntsville, it's time to get wide A open. It's time to believe. Let's go win on November 6th. Thank you and God bless you.